long ago, only little people lived on Earth. Most of them dwelt in the little town of Swabby-Doo, and so they called themselves Swabby-Doo-Dogs. One of the things the Swabby-Doo-Dogs liked best was to give warm fuzzies to one another. Each of these little people carried a bag filled with warm fuzzies. Whenever two Wobby-Doo-Dogs met, each would give the other a warm fuzzy. A warm fuzzy tells people they are special. When you get a warm fuzzy, you take it and feel its warmth and fuzziness against your cheek, and place it gently and lovingly in your fuzzy bag with all the others. You feel noticed and appreciated, and you want to do something nice in return. The people of Swabby-Doo loved to give and get warm fuzzies, and their lives together were very happy indeed. Outside the village, in a cold, dark cave, there lived a great green troll. She didn't really like anyone and didn't enjoy exchanging warm fuzzies. She would say, "It isn't cool." One evening, the troll walked into the town, and she was met by one friendly Swabby-Doo-Dog who tried to give her a warm fuzzy. The troll looked around to see that no one else was listening. Then she whispered in his ear, "Don't you know that if you give away all your warm fuzzies, one of these Swabby-Doo-Dah days you're going to run out of them?" The Swabby-Doo-Dah was shocked, surprised, and scared. The troll looked in the Swabby-Doo-Dah bag and continued, "Right now, I say you've only got about 217 warm fuzzies left in there. Better go easy on giving them away." Then the troll padded away on her big green feet, leaving a very confused and unhappy Swabby-Doo-Dah standing there. It didn't take long. The first time another Swabby-Doo-Dah came up to him and tried to give him a warm fuzzy, he was greeted with the news, "I'm sorry, but no warm fuzzy for you. I've got to make sure I don't run out," leaving the other Swabby-Doo-Dah surprised and sad. By the next day, the word had spread around the entire village. Every once in a while, they would give one away, but very sparingly. They began to look at each other with distrust. They hid their bags of warm fuzzies under their beds at night for protection. Quarrels broke out over who had the most warm fuzzies. The mayor of Swabby-Doo-Dah declared warm fuzzies as a system of exchange, like money. Before long, people were haggling over how many warm fuzzies it cost to eat a meal or to stay overnight. There were even instances of robbery. It wasn't safe to be out and about. And the health of Swabby-Doo-Dah became bad. They complained of pains in their shoulders and backs, becoming afflicted with a disease known as the softening of the backbone. They walked around hunched over, bent to the ground. The troll was pleased with the results of her rumor. She wanted to see if the kind and friendly Swabby-Doo-Dahs could become cold and mean. "It's the way the world is," she would say. But as time went on, worse things happened. No one knows why, but some of the Swabby-Doo-Dahs died. All happiness was gone from the village of Swabby-Doo, as people mourned the passing of its little citizens. But even that was not enough for the evil troll. Deep in her cave, the troll kept her cold pricklies. They were just the thing to make things worse for the Swabby-Doo-Dahs. So she passed out many cold pricklies to the Swabby-Doo-Dahs. It was not as much fun to give a cold prickly as a warm fuzzy, but it was a way of giving to others and saving their warm fuzzies. It was confusing for the Swabby-Doo-Dahs, because it was nice to get something from another person, but it left you confused, never knowing whether they would receive a warm fuzzy or a cold prickly. The giving warm fuzzies never really came back into style in Swabby-Doo. Suspicion and greed was still there. You could hear it in their comments. "Warm fuzzies, what's behind that? I never know if my warm fuzzies are really appreciated. I give a warm fuzzy and get a cold prickly in return. Just see if I do that again." You never know about Frankie, a warm fuzzy one minute and a cold prickly the next. If you give me a cold prickly, I will give you one, okay? I want to give my friend a warm fuzzy. He doesn't deserve it. Probably every citizen in Swabby-Doo would gladly have returned to the former days when giving and getting when warm fuzzies had been so common. But something always stopped them. Usually it was going outside and seeing how the world was.